Hey, it's Kishore from Tested, and I'm here to show you at the end of 2017 some of my favorite things. I think as most people know, 2018 is going to be the year of Thanos as he reigns over the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But to be prepared for the epicness of Infinity War, I have a lot of recommendations on some source material that you should check out, my favorite being Thanos Quest, where he gathers the Infinity Gems and puts them together to form the Infinity Gauntlet. This is a great story written by Jim Starlin, penciled by Ron Lim, one of my favorite artists of all of comics, and it is a great read prepping yourself for the epicness that is coming in 2018. Now on to some of my favorite products of 2017. Most people probably have heard of 23andMe and their DNA testing kit. This is one of those spit and send kits where you take a little saliva, put it in a tube, send it off to their lab, and they send you back a detailed report about your DNA and probabilities of risk of certain conditions based on your demographics. While 23andMe has a good report for the majority of the population, what I think is interesting about the 23andMe kits is that you can download the raw data of the analysis and then send them off to additional analyzers. My favorite being Promethease, which uses a database called Snippedia, and using that with your demographic information can give you even more detailed analysis about probability risk for certain health conditions like cancer, diabetes, and others. You should only use it in certain cases, but if you're technically minded and really want to understand what some of this genetic data potentially means, I really recommend using this 23andMe kit along with an additional service like Promethease. On to my favorite toy of the year, the Batman, the animated series, Batmobile. From the greatest cartoon ever made, Batman, the animated series, comes the greatest vehicle ever made, the Batmobile. Yes, it lights up. Yes, it fits Batman. Does the opening hood close? Oh, you bet it does. This is one of my favorite devices. It calls back the gothic nature of Batman, and this definitely adorns my shelf. My favorite toy. It actually came out in 2016, but I only got it in 2017. Loyal fans of Tested know that I do not like tying shoes. And back to one of my earliest videos, which was my 2015 favorite things, I talked about a lacing system that turned normal shoes into slip-ons. Well, I have something even better. A Tested listener sent me something called the BOA kit, which essentially is a new ratchet system that attaches to existing shoes to turn them into a newfangled technology where you can just spin a wheel to tighten your shoe to your desired tautness and then just pull it off to release and just slip off of your shoe. This BOA system is available with a number of manufacturers, so you can buy it already installed. Here it is on a Merrell, but it comes with a New Balance, a number of other shoes, and it's available at a number of locations. It makes going through TSA a breeze, but more than that, you can just get really precise tightness and fit on either shoe, and it's a snap to take on and off. My favorite device, and pretty much every shoe I'll ever own again is going to be using this system. On to my favorite science book of the year. It's Where the Animals Go by Oliver Uberti and James Cheshire. James is a geographer from the UK and Oliver is a designer from National Geographic. And what they did is they took data from a number of scientists that study the migration patterns of different animals and turned them into this incredible narrative with beautiful imagery in terms of how they track them. So you get these detailed maps of the behavior of animals. And this is the most unique science book I read this year, really giving you an idea of how animals move and migrate with such rich detail that gives you an understanding of like who they are as much as why they're doing what they're doing. There's an unforgettable story in here about a set of baboons as they move around humans in their morning commute cycle just to hunt for food. And it's a tale that'll stick with me for a little while, just thinking about how other animals out there have morning commutes like all of us. Where the Animals Go, my favorite book, science book of 2017. That's it for my favorite things of 2017. I'll be back with more in 2018.